I'm Dan Watson.
I'm Paul Sloggett. Welcome to the dirt. We got a good one tonight. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah.
I like myself an international.
I know this is a good one. It's not affecting our time zones too much, is it? Hey, despite them being really quite far away. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the South African episode. We're going to be talking all whoop whoop indeed. Is that your elephant calling noise? Your elephant mate?
Where. That's my croc call.
Let's get them in.
Get them in, man.
Yeah, let's get them in. In they come.
They don't really listen to us fucking going on.
I don't know. I was quite enjoying your elephant mating calls. Whoop 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 whoop, which is different. A different. Do it again.
Where.
Right. So that is an elephant mating call, and what is a?
No, that's a croc call.
It's a croc call. That's a croc. So, but that's different. That's different to a Nessie Loch Ness monster.
It sounds like something from Winnie the Pooh. What, are you a heffalump? That's not an elephant.
I do a cracking impression of Winnie the Pooh. Do you want to hear it?
Yes, please.
Anyway, oh. Hey, have you seen any of my honey, you fat bastards?
Can we start this episode again?
Yes, He's getting grumpy.
See, that's the dark side of Winnie the Pooh coming out.
Oh, that was brilliant.
We're already going way too far away from this. I don't know where we're off to tonight. We need to get you guys in on this. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the room. Now, forgive me pronunciations if I get this wrong. And I think, I don't know which way around it is on screen. I always get muddled up. But we got Quisto, Jani and Skolly. Is that correct?
Yeah, perfect.
Excellent. Excellent. And so if you're gracious on my screen, I've got going from left to right, I've got Quisto, then Jani, then Skolly. If you wouldn't mind introducing yourself a little bit, we'll do a quick run across the three of yous there. Just tell us about where in the world are you? I mean, we all know South Africa at the moment, but that's about it.
Okay, well, my name's Quisto, and we are sitting here very close to the Kruger National Park in sunny Hazyview, Mpumalanga, and we are here at Voodoo Bar at my backpackers, and yeah, just chilling, having a few beers, and being excited to talk to you guys all day, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so then it's cool. So me, guys.
So
Yeah, guys.
you.
Yeah. So hi, I'm Jani. I'm also based in Mpumalanga. Mainly a little bit deeper into the Kruger National Park and into the wildlife, into the bush. But for now, this is base, and this is where I am. All the way from the wilderness.
So we'll get on to that a little bit without wanting to give away too much. Hopefully we would like to talk a little bit in your other lives as such. Courtney, whereabouts in South Africa are you nearby, or are you like?
Yeah, I'm about a 40-minute drive from where they are, but I'm in Graskop. It's like in the mountains, closer to God's Window, like a misty mountain town. Yeah, but not too far from these guys as well, so that we can always go riding together and stuff.
That's right. I think it's about 45 minutes for us two apart. 45 minutes, an hour-ish.
Yeah, not far enough. So can you all
Just
open your
close enough
door
for your patients
and
run
go
out.
riding?
Bear with us a little bit. There does seem to be a little bit of lag here as such, but we'll do the best to keep on topic and not talk over too much. Give people a chance. As long as it said, can you guys all just literally open doors and ride from where you were?
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty
Well,
much.
it depends. A little bit of a drive, a 10-minute, 40 minutes, 20-minute drive, but it's more natural areas. I mean, there's no real parks or specific areas that we can ride. We just find places.
Yeah, I guess Sabi is where we're riding at the moment, and well, a lot more now. And there's like an old dual slalom mountain bike track, and yeah, it's a lot of fun to ride, and pretty much anybody on any skill level and stuff can ride there. So it's cool to take people if you want to learn, and as well as us who just want to go and have fun. You can try new stuff there, and not even just across the road from that, we've got our freestyle track in the forest, and that's more like mountain bike single tracks that we've converted into mountainboarding tracks. So we've kind of taken over the forest from these guys. But yeah, it's a nice little track there, and yeah, we go there as often as we can, and it's like a 20-minute drive for all of us. So it's kind of like a center location where we can all join up and ride. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Nice. Is this like the site of where we've seen parts of 30 Days been held, the event held as such?
Absolutely, yeah, that's exactly it. Like the grass section is where we had like sort of the beginners and mediocre riders for border cross, and then we had freestyle there, as well as open border cross, which is like I think only 3 people competed in that one.
Fair enough. So I mean, obviously the community is larger than just you 3. It looked like you had a fairly decent turnout for this, to be fair. And that has been running now. Well, you've had the 30 Days event has been going now for a few years, hasn't it?
Yeah, we started in 2007 was the first one, and then we had a bit of a break, and then we had our second one in 2013, and then we've been having one every year since then. Nice.
And have you, Quisto, it was 30 Days the event? Is this your idea? Is this you and other people, or is who sort of came up with this event?
Well, I was the first one of us to get hold of the sport of mountainboarding, and just wanted to share it with my friends and stuff. And I guess 30 Days was kind of my way to force everyone together for a crazy weekend of debauchery and riding, and just having a shitload of fun with mates. And yeah, 30 Days just felt like the right thing at the right time, and we just don't want to ever stop it now. We just want to do it every year.
Yeah, it looked really good this year's event from the footage and stuff that I've seen. I mean, and credit where it's due. Those crowns are incredible. I made the trophies for this year. I did all right.
Oh, we've got one here. I'll show you.
I don't have mine here. That's made from Jessie. Jessie from Jessie. She's one of the big influencers of 30 Days.
Yeah, there it is there. That's a bona fide monkey skull with a golden tooth.
Rah! Those are awesome. Proper good. You'll have to go check out the Instagram.
A few people involved. I think most of the boys are just too camera shy to come on.
No, Skolly, coach, you gotta call Skolly out. Say like this. No, call Graham.
So I'm assuming.
There he is. There he is.
Someone's
Yes, come, bring him on, bring him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's it going, guys?
How's it going?
Yeah, all good, mate.
Good in you, Graham.
Hey,
We've got a
Graham's
Skolly
here.
Oh, I like this.
What's happening?
What a boss.
Hey, what a boss.
Okay,
It's
Skolly,
Graham the boss.
I have a
Nick the
question
boss.
for you.
Yeah.
No,
What's the
no,
question?
except who's the madam? Who's the madam? Jani is the
Who's
madam.
the madam?
You're the madam. You're the madam.
No, the madam is right next to me, actually. I'm going to go grab a check. Quick. I'll switch you in the background.
Drums. There we go.
So some
Sweet Skolly, nice.
I was sleeping, eh?
welcome to the room, Skolly.
Chaos.
Yeah, we like
I like chaos.
How's it going, guys?
You asked for Skolly, you got him.
Well, I'm here now.
You are sweet, Skolly. So lucky for you to join us.
That's the original mountainboarding Yeti.
Yeah,
There in the
this
back.
guy's yeah. Quisto and Skolly
Yeah,
stars
like
and
a
everything.
mountainboarding hobo. Nice.
I've completely my cheeks are hurting and I've completely forgotten where we're
We're just getting started.
we were just that's where we were with 2007. Dirty Days has done its first few bits there. I think I'm right in assuming you ladies, did you come a bit later on in the story? And
Yes.
Skolly, forgive me for my unfamiliarity. I haven't Facebook stalked you or in social media stalked you in
Yeah.
preparation for this.
He lies. He stalks everyone.
I do. What can I say? It's a perfect.
There's no need. He's totally off the radar.
Yeah. I'm not actually even here.
Yeah, you're not even here. It is dark in there. So yeah, take us back.
Yeah.
You've gone 2007, and the first of the Dirty Days has come around. Was this at this site, or was because I've seen, obviously, you guys have talked about, and we've seen footage of the the big dirt roads and the long descents that you guys do as well. I'm assuming that it might possibly have just been like a big free ride event to try and grab people in back then and encourage a community meetup.
Yeah, I suppose,
Yeah,
I mean, it's like 2007, we were just a bunch of mates bombing hills. I was still trying to learn how to ride. But yeah, no, and eventually it grew, Quisto would be doing diggings and stuff, digging trails. In about 2007, a place called Indino Backpackers, like adventure backpackers that I used to work at. I used to be the barman there, and then he'd send us all down hills, from there. Yeah, my first time on a mountainboard was, I think, 2006. Yeah, I used to skate, so then Quisto just got me into mountainboarding, and he sent me down a hill. Didn't know how to brake, so I went into the scrapyard. That was on the right-hand side, and still didn't know how to pass lights. Ate some shit. And now I'm here. Now I still know how to pass lights.
And you still have all your limbs, bro.
So what
So, yeah, pretty much how I remember it. And then eventually we just started riding from there, cruising. And then we had it in 2007. We had a whole bunch of mates come through, and everyone competed, and it was quite a cool event. And then everyone basically went their separate ways again, due to work and jobs and all that sort of stuff. And then I think we hosted the first one again. When was it, Quisto? 2011 and 2012.
Hang on.
Yeah, 2013 we had another one, but the one in 2007 was at Gecko Backpackers, and
Yes, yeah.
We had to share the hostel with this group of Indian male travelers that took a liking to our barman, and they forced him to take his shirt off and take photos with him. At the end of every race, these Indians were standing behind him going, "Hey, skater boy, take off your t-shirt. Give us a photo."
Skolly, can you remember this trophy?
Yeah, your name's right on his arse here.
Yeah, on the beautiful check this beautiful trophy out.
For those guys that are listening on audio, you need to be seeing this trophy. Go and watch the
This is the residential Tokoloshi.
Yeah, Tokolosh from all the South Africa. A short, naughty little man. Yeah.
It was the big air.
Terrorizing people while they're sleeping. Yeah, so that's what it's
So what
in this country,
were you guys
we
right?
call a short little angry man Sonny Dibben.
It does remind you of a short little angry man. We can say that now. He was in last episode. He was in last episode doing the watch through of his most recent video, which will come out in a couple of days. But we've had him in last week, so we don't need to be nice about him again no more. He won't listen anyway, the little weasel. Anyhow. When you guys first started, what boards were you all riding back then?
Yeah.
I'm still riding the same board.
Me too.
You didn't start in 2007. When did you start, Jani?
Well, I first read about mountainboarding in a Blunt magazine, which is like a skaters magazine, South African skaters and surfers magazine. And they had an issue of this guy who had like this off-road skateboard, and basically he broke his arm trying this thing out. But when I read the article, I was like, damn, I want one of those things, because there were dirt tracks and stuff like that. And so I was like, oh man, I really want a board. And in 2003, I got hold of like a homemade board, and it was just like a composite deck with a fiberglass wrapping and homemade trucks and these like ginormous wheels with really shitty suspension. But we tried it out, riding this board with like inflated tires down a driveway, and it wasn't fast enough. So we ended up like going, oh, it's a mountain board, so we need a mountain. So we went up this rock face and started riding this board down these crazy like gradients of rock just to try and get some speed on these things, not knowing how to turn and just crashing in the bush at the bottom and being like, damn, I gotta tell my friends about this, we gotta try this. And then from there got hold of MBS and been riding a Pro 100 ever since, I guess, until the beautiful Harrow board that has crossed my path. So yeah.
Nice. I tell you what, Phil over here has been very generous this year to a lot of events around the world. So big up the Phil.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's a legend in the community, and what he's doing for mountainboarding is incredible. Like, keep it up, brother. That is awesome.
Yeah, the stability and the control is boards, yeah.
They are some pretty incredible boards, that's for sure. So you Quisto on a Pro 100 there from that. I assume that the Kirkman 100 was that.
I've had a few, and I've broken a lot more. But like I started on a J Lee Pro 100, the one with the lightning, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then I had the bomber, the Leon Robbins. It
Yeah.
was also an amazing board, very, very nice. And then I rode the Retaliation for a short while. I think it's the 95, the Pro 95. It was just a bit too short for me on the free ride. I kept on like falling forward on the bigger stuff.
Yeah.
And then I went back to a Leon Robbins Pro 100 with the cats on the back. Then after that, I got the Kirkman, which is by far my favorite MBS board for sure. And then the Harrow, which is kind of outdoing the MBS, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. How are you getting on with how have you got that? Oh look, we're already onto the board porn here now. How have you got your, because you've got the different patterns. Have you got yours have you got yours inside or outside on the trucks at the moment?
Well, I've got it right here, mate.
There you go, look.
Good boy.
But I can see, and your board's in the background there, is that right? Hey, look at that. Loving that Dogtown graphics on there. Happy days.
Yeah, this thing is amazing.
Go on, whilst we're on it, Yanni, show us yours. Yanni, what are you riding at the moment?
So yeah, so my board, it's the only board I've ever had. Well, I have a Pro 100 also, but my most favorite board is the MBS Comp 90. It's small and diminutive like me and fast and feisty. So yeah, I
You
got the
put the
MBS.
lead in the pack with your custom grip tapes. It's got to be said.
Yeah. Well, all thanks to Quisto and Jess for like pimping my board up a little bit while I was out in the bush. But yeah, this is my babe. I love my board.
Oh, it's so nice to see
Thanks.
Mountainboarders having relationships with their boards.
You know, I would show you mine, but mine's covered in little ponies.
Yeah, I might not have. So the connection is a little bit. I don't get what you said there. Skulls, why did you tune me there?
I would show you my board, but I don't think it's a good idea. It's covered in My Little Pony stickers.
Please, you gotta
Right, now,
get it. You gotta get it.
If it isn't,
Me board.
I am going to be so fucking disappointed.
Oh, dude,
Give
I
me
got
a
hold of
second,
this
give me a
board in
sec.
30 days, and we just killed it with like
get mine?
1,000 stickers.
Yes. Oh man, the audio listeners are missing out on this episode. I'm telling you, we have.
And Skolly hates little ponies, but they look so cute.
He called them unicorns, and my friend said, "Don't make it sound cool. They're little ponies."
Incredible.
We also got these trophies the last 30 days. I don't know if you can see that. Quisto made them. I think you made them,
Oh,
eh,
he's
Quisto?
bringing his board, Skol.
Well, there you've got some good trophies going over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just about to see that, but I tell you what, I will make sure I overlay a picture of the actual trophies, so we can see better detail. Because, like I say, you guys have really outdone yourselves in the trophies this year.
Yeah, we'll send you some kikis, man.
Yeah, we'll send you some photos of all the trophies and stuff.
Perfect.
All
Oh, after
the-
this, you send
all
us
the-
through anything
the secret of things we've
They're waiting for your
Definitely.
phone.
Oh, I see my pony board. Yeah, there's a little pony stickers.
Oh,
But it's not just there, it's everywhere. The whole board. This is what a Tom Kirkman used to look like.
Skolly.
Yeah, a bunch of stickers.
Oh, lovely. Oh, it's so beautiful.
One of
It's
the
so
Well, I mean, this is the
pretty.
last
I
bit,
love
and
Skolly's
I'll put
board.
the Pro
It's
100.
the most colourful, happiest board to
Monster.
look at.
The cleanest board out. No
nice.
stickers.
Because it's hardly written.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
There,
Board a little bit.
so they
so
call
you
mine
give it some
90s
character.
combat chicken board.
I
Yeah,
have
they got board, man.
between
I
the and the laugh.
find the original it's very nice.
Is that
I can't just
Good connection.
the connection is dropping out there? I was going to say that the original
Hello?
Tom Kirkman decks were actually due to be released with a sticker pack, weren't they? So it's kind of fitting that
Yeah.
have all had good custom work put on them. But, well done, yourself.
Well,
There we go.
it's got 100 board of it. Man.
Sorry, say again.
Basically, I've had this board since, and it's lasted me. So it's a pretty good board, you know, in terms of rigidness and stuff like that. Others like with the Leon Robbins and stuff, it seems like they tend to delaminate a bit easier because I think it's maybe all the design, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, well, I think they're all still
Sorry.
reverse cap composite, aren't they? But the layup of the internals will probably be different from board to board as those designs progress. I got to say, cheeky because it's an advance of them coming out, but I have had a go on the latest Dylan Warren deck, the prototype or a couple of the prototypes that have been done for that, and they are incredible. I've got to say, fair play to MBS. If the public ones come out as nice as the ones that I've seen last weekend and ridden last weekend, they are going to be peachy, absolutely peachy.
Are those 90s?
Are they 90? Are they 95?
I knew that was going to be the question. I can't remember what they are off the top of my head, but the stances are nice. The part. I should imagine they probably kept the 97.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, the 97 is top notch. I think that's the right length, man. Between the 100 and the 95, 97 is the way to go.
That's it. So tell us a little bit more, or let us go back. Obviously, we're skipping back to, did you say 2013 was when you reignited the Dirty Days event? And whereabouts in this timeline do you girls come into this? I don't want to skip past that at any point.
Right about there.
Right about there.
This was the first, it's 2013.
So yeah. So well, just my little bit of my background. Grew up in the farm in the middle of nowhere in South Africa. There were the swallows, and I've always been a bit of a tomboy and loved like skateboarding and all of it, but obviously terrain was not always the greatest. And then I traveled, long story short, and stayed in the UK for 2 years, and there I discovered longboarding. So then pretty much did longboarding up until I found the career of guiding and living in the bush and being a professional private safari guide. But obviously I missed skating or just being on a board. And then eventually, I think it was done in 2014. I was back in Joburg on one of my leave cycles, and I needed to get new wheels for my longboard. And it was a tiny little shop in Johannesburg, and this guy ended up having a mountain board just at the back of the shop while I was changing the wheels on my longboard. And I looked at this mountain board, this amazing thing, and you know, I was like, that's exactly what I need for dirt roads, and I can ride, and I can, you know, do a little bit of riding out in the areas where I were. There were no parks, or it's just bush and dirt roads. Yes, so I bought this board, having no idea of what the sport was about. The guy I bought the board from told me that there was some person in Hazyview, which we are based in now, exactly on this spot where we are sitting right now. So anyways, I bought this mountain board, and for 2 months I rode around with it in my car, trying it out, but watching YouTube videos, but having no person that could tell me what I need to. The guy I bought the board from gave me a number and told me that there were people in Hazyview who does mountain boarding, and phoned, and the person never picked up. And it eventually came from one of my work cycles, and I was traveling through Hazyview, and I needed to stop at a backpackers. This is now a very long story short. Needed to stop at a backpackers, and I rocked up at the voodoo bar, exactly where we were sitting here one night, and Quisto was hosting me. I was very tired after long weeks of work. I sat here and started talking and figuring out, or finding out what the town was about, and just chatting. And I ended up asking Quisto, obviously being the owner of Voodoo Bar and Hazyview Adventure Backpackers, listen, can you tell me, you know, the area? Apparently there are some people who does mountain boarding in Hazyview. I've been trying to phone for about two months, so that I have a mountain board in my Jeep, and I can't find the people that does mountain boarding up in the Mpumalanga area. It's like the people who's mountain boarders. I had a board, 6 community up here. And the crazy story was also, it was like a movie. Because the people I got Quisto's number from, and I got told, they said apparently this guy who lives in Hazyview has got a mountain boarding track right outside of his house, in his yard. So at the moment where we're sitting, and Quisto told me that they're the mountain boarders, so I was like, what the fuck? Like, sorry for my language, but it was crazy because I found the people that mountain boards in Hazyview, 2 months of search. And then I'm like, so apparently you have a track around your house. And he's like, yeah, do you want to go check it out? And it was literally like 300 meters from where I'm sitting right now. Check this dude who mountain boards, and he's got a track like right outside of the backyard of his house, and then like a semi skate park built inside of his house. It's like the craziest thing ever. I didn't like coming from longboarding. I had longboarding and downhill.
13
That
was your first year.
2014. Yeah, 2014
14 was your first year.
was when I started riding with you guys, but that wasn't dirty. 2015 was the first
Your
30
first
days.
30 days. Yeah.
But 2014, I literally, so working in the bush, I work for 6 weeks and then I have 2 weeks off. And with Quisto, with his backpackers and me mountain boarding and just like wanting to board, but still had no idea what to do with it. I just wanted to go. Quisto kind of like said, if as long as I board, I can stay at the backpackers for free for the 2 weeks that I didn't work. And it literally, we just did boarding. And they took me out and I rode hard. And it was literally, you know, mainly in Matumi and the downhill in the forest. That's mainly more Border X is more my style. The faster I could go, the better. And it was quite scary because Quisto and Skolly would just take me to places and it's down in the forest and you can't even see where the downhill ends. And they would just look at me, we would kit up and they were like, okay, we're going. No way of how to stop. I learned first thing ever to do in mountain boarding is learn how to power slide so that you can stop. But then, yeah, they would take me on these adventures and we would go into the forest and they would go downhill. And to me, I grew up with 3 older brothers also, so I'm quite competitive and tomboyish. So I would literally just say, well, if I don't keep up with the guys, I'm going to get lost in the forest. And yeah, that's where my downhill and mountain boarding started. And I just loved it. I fell in love with the sport.
Yeah.
And then,
I think Jani was one of the first girls to get started in the sport, as well as Courtney. Sorry, cool. But I think Jani pushed Courtney to get like a little bit more competitive with the sport and push it as far as the ladies' side of the sport is. And I must take my hat off to Courtney. She really has help progress the sport and push it as far as getting the ladies involved and getting different crews from different parts of the country to come and hang with us at Dirty Days. And we've the guys have to pick up the game, to be honest, because the girls is like just about the same amount of riders as the guys at the moment.
Yeah.
This year at Dirty Days. The boys were stressing. Like the girls riding this year was absolutely insane. Like it was crazy. Like the boys were like, what the hell is happening here? Like we need to ride, and still we kicked ass. And thank you, coach. Like, and it's really to Courtney for the female riding in mountain boarding. Like Courtney, I mean, every single year you've been pushing and you've got more and more girls riding, and the talent that you find and the people that you meet to Dirty Days.
I think Skolly's getting bored, eh?
Crazy. Skolly needs to go ride his pony.
Well, there's still some fun stories.
Yeah, I've got a bed running to pay some rent.
You hey. Court, you take this. You take this shine.
Yeah, but that's where the goal started. So all about Skolly, back to you.
You're putting in the hard work.
I didn't start the same way as Jani though. I got put on and wasn't told how to stop, and then I went down in the sarong and down to beer, and I saw my ass and had some really bad rocks in my knees. And I think that was actually in like 2013, and then I didn't want to mountain board for a while. And then when I saw Jani again, then she gave me the courage to carry on doing it.
Yeah, she said.
Well, we're all
He
glad.
likes to open his legs for everyone.
Yeah.
What are you playing with there, Slogs?
So when did you start
What
mountain
wheel
board?
do you have there?
Me.
That's an old Primo
What?
wheel.
Is that a tramper?
What was that?
Yeah, it's a Primo one from Tramp. I got it through Tramper, but it's an old one. I'll use it to lean my phone up against.
They look pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it looks quite bad.
Nice dirt diggers.
There's probably there's way more probably off both our cameras that are pretty good. Although Slogs has we've both given a few boards to Bugs Boarding recently for a little like vintage fleet for them to have for people to take out and ride all the old boards. And I don't know if you can see it there. I got a little blood blister there that's been taken out. That's taken 4 weeks to grow out. Or no, since the championships. That's from his fucking dirt surfer. Have you ever seen the dirt surfers?
Is that the two bicycle wheels?
That's the one. And the front wheel just flaps. And if you pick up the board wrong, and hold it wrong, the front wheel slaps against where you naturally pick the board up from, and it fucking kills.
Oh, Dan, show me that smallest injury in the world again.
It's a teeny tiny weeny.
Boo-boo, huh?
It looks traumatic.
I think we've all got scars from last weekend's birthday party on our feet and knees and elbows from dancing. That's worse than it.
I got a raise here from just doing a caterpillar. This wasn't even floating yet. I got a nice little raise here. Yeah. Little one as well, but that was from dancing.
Again, where we are.
Can we talk about the film? Can we talk about the film?
We're going to 2015.
We can. Talk to us a bit about your entry for the 4 Down project. How did that come about?
Rich, if you haven't seen it, we'll throw the link up right now. Well, Dan will.
Well, I guess we got hold of what was it? So the committee got hold of us from IMA, and they told us that we can have an entry if we are interested in having an entry in the 4 Down, and it was just like an amazing opportunity to like show what we do down in South Africa and just have a bit of fun making a film. And I decided to invite Courtney and Skolly to come and feature with me in the film, and we had a whole bunch of friends come around and just film for a whole while and ride different terrain that we've got in the area. And but it was just a lot of fun, and to get out and film and make some funny stuff on the video, and it was good.
Right, it really does showcase not just the terrain that you've got over there, which is phenomenal. Some of those fire tracks, some of the speed you're getting down them, I was really impressed with those. But it shows the community as well. It's not just the riding and the terrain. It shows like what a good tight crew you got.
Oh yeah, man! You can come to Dirty Days and not even be a rider, and you will have the time of your life. Like, we take everyone in and have a shitload of fun. Too much fun for most people. So we go as long as we can and see who lasts the longest.
And everyone's welcome from like all skills of riding, like whether you're a beginner or a pro, like everyone's welcome, and you just have fun. It's celebrating mountainboarding.
Oh yeah,
boarding.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's really just a weekend of really
having fun.
Yeah.
Nice. The communities need those days, like here in the UK, we back in the heyday, we used to have like a 5 or 6 event series every summer on top of you know, with all the centres dotted around in its heyday, would have their own little things. There was pretty much something every weekend. But now that the scene has sort of concentrated a little bit more, and we haven't got the centres, we've only got bugs, it always seems that the atmosphere seems more electric for it. Everyone's got,
yeah, absolutely. I can imagine. I mean, we only get one a year, and like you guys, or what I saw from, like, I guess pre 2020 or whatever, you guys had a hell of a lot of events every year. But now, like, I was watching the UK champs, and man, that just looked like one hell of a party. You guys had so much fun. And like the videos you guys put out, the live feeds and stuff, that was brilliant, man. I loved it. Felt like I was there.
Brilliant.
Yeah, because, yeah, as Sloggett said, this year's champs were made particularly special because we had some visitors from France, Portugal, Australia, all over the UK. It really was a cracking weekend. And then last weekend we had the weekend before, we had the BFC Daydream and Tease event.
Oh yes,
that was incredible. It's a shame. It's not a shame because we all fucking love bugs, but you know, it's all obviously now it all seems to be at one location. But Bugs is so cool with it that he'll happily, you know, change up the not so much the tracks, but you know, like the jib parks or all the jumps, and that they're happy for the local crew and us to get creative and put, you know, new stuff in. And over the last year, Bugs has seen so much progression on the building, with not only what the mountain boarders are doing, but the bikers are in there now, and there's a real joining of those communities in under that roof there. And it's
you can especially see that the hard work they put in with all the kids coming up through the ranks, and that's your proof that they're doing something right with all the Groms coming through.
Have you guys got many Groms and youth coming through in your community out there?
Well,
this year was the first year that we actually had a junior comp. Before that, it was just maybe one or two lighties trying it out. But this year we had enough to do a little race and try and get the Groms involved. But we definitely want to. We're going to actually try and do 3 events a year and try and bring it down to Cape Town, and one in Joburg and one back here, just to try and bring it to more people and grow the sport and keep it alive, man. Like, because to be honest, to check Bugs boarding from Daydream Productions from back in the day, and then to see it still rocking today is epic. And the course looks insane. Like, the track was amazing. I wish I could have been there just to witness that, man. Like, the riding was epic. Like, looked awesome.
One thing I can say from the female side, and maybe Coach, you can agree with me, is because Courtney actually introduced these goals. I think it was with 2021's 30 days, which I went at. But then this year, there was extremely good young female mountain boarding going down from Tembi, Ziggy, and who's the other? Tambiso. So these are chicks from Johannesburg who were just skateboarding, and they started trying out mountain boarding. They in their very young 20s, and I mean, it's really good talent, like seeing it from that side. So I almost have a feeling that the South African female side of mountain boarding, or the younger parts, is like there's good competition. I don't know, I feel like
absolutely
from what we've seen over what has been seen over the past 2 years. Yeah, good. But you must speak more about the female like mountain boarding, because you've been there every single year, where I couldn't always have had the opportunity, and you always pushed to get the female mountain boarding. So you talk a little bit about
You
the
guys are doing
female
well.
boarding.
Carry on.
No, but well, I haven't been there every year. You've seen everything.
I'm not here to talk. I'm here to ride.
True. That's all you gotta do. Keep your mouth shut and then bloody ride. Yeah.
The girls skate from Pretoria. It was actually Shanae that came in 2021. Brought all the young girls from Pretoria to come through and try it out. They're all skaters and they tried out the mountain boarding and they were tough as nails. I was quite surprised. And then we've also got some girls from Delstrom. We had Angelina and we had Kyla as well. And they also, some of them were trying it out their first time. Angie also did well. She did stuff that the other girls didn't even do with the boys. What was the open borders? Was it that, Quisto? She did open borders. She was going to do that, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, I think also like there's a lot of other influences as well, like Jackie Winwood. She was one of the first girls to start riding, or actually showed me a lot of things as well. And she's just kind of always been involved with, even though she doesn't do much riding anymore, she's always involved with 30 days as well, influencing it. What, the speech?
Yeah, we've even had a couple of young guns as well, man. We had Gregor, some lighties coming in there from like what? So we had some lighties coming in there, okay? Some 18-year-olds and 17-year-olds. Well, I don't know, that's pretty young for me. I don't know, that's, it's young enough.
No, 90s say.
Coming to Dirty Days and they also starting it out and having a jewel, man.
What I've learned is that if you just put some gear on people, they're actually fine to go down. But when you've got a coach like Quisto who just tells you down a beer and go try it out, it's not always the best way. But it got me going, eh?
So your approach is it seems to be painted quite well here that you follow the fall line down, just point it straight downhill and instruct other people to ride in exactly the same manner.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We used to do something every Sunday called Jump for Beer. And if someone wanted to come and get a free beer, all you had to do is jump the mountain board.
I like the sounds of this. I like the sound.
We are.
Yeah, did actually a couple of falls. The Quisto, Skolly, and Barney took me for a whole day and taught me how to power slide, and then from there everything changed.
Well, you ladies are certainly, from what I've
Jump, yeah, give it. Sorry.
from what I've seen on the socials, ladies, you are shredding. And if you're telling us like the community is growing, it's incredible to hear that your community is growing with not only the ladies and also the lighties that are coming through the
Our nephew's involved. Our nephew's all riding all our lighties.
But you'll have to, well, hey, world champs next year in France. I don't know if any of you's got any time off or spare funds kicking around. Definitely be worth a trip there. There will be a lighties class, and I tell you what, the ladies class will be hotly contested next year. It'll be a real good chance. I think there is growth in the ladies scenes around the world. Well, thankfully, I think we're starting to see a little bit of growth the right way again in all divisions, young, old, male, female, it don't matter. Mountainboarding seems to be growing again, thankfully.
Yeah.
Let's fucking hope so.
Well, let's not get it
So
too
happy about
it's nice being all like friendly and community. Like we don't want it diluted. If it can stay the same concentration of fun.
Yes, but I'll tell you what, man, the dirt is one of the reasons why mountainboarding has got a resurgence. And like you guys brought everyone from around the world back together, And like, thanks for that, man. Like, I listen to your guys' podcast all the time when I'm busy building and stuff, and it just amps me up, man. It makes me want to go ride. It wants me to get the community growing, and you guys are doing something great for us. Thank you.
Thank you. Bless.
Yeah.
We'll take thank
Yeah.
you. We'll take
Thank
it.
I'm just happy to be given the opportunity to talk to mountain boarders around the world.
Yeah, that's the bottom line. As we said before, it's a privilege for us. It really is. It really is.
Well, I might see you guys in France next year. I actually it's in the pipeline, so we'll check.
Yeah. Watch this space. Watch this space. Well, I'll be expecting you,
The
because
dates for
a very good show on the downhill.
Don't expect shit from me for freestyle, but I'll be there for the rest.
My man.
And if you're coming all the way to France, you might as well pop over the channel as well and come visit us over here while you're out and about.
No.
Well, just put me in your suitcase logs, and I'm coming home with you.
Open house at Chez Slog J anytime.
What did you guys say the dates are for the World Championship?
They are mid-July, the teens, I believe. I think off the top of my head, it's
Your birthday.
the 19th, something like that, of July. I could be wrong. You would need to verify it. Matt Brind, in the comments below, please. When are the championships?
Worlds.
World.
Are we going for Skolly's birthday, guys?
Skolly, when's your birthday?
20th July.
Perfect. It's
Oh.
Skolly's birthday. Fancy dress for the
Cool.
party then.
Yeah, you won't see anything on freestyle from me either, but I'll definitely be there to take Quisto out.
We'll take that. We'll take that.
Yeah.
Well,
It's gonna be my prerogative.
I think I hope that the community goes all out next year. Obviously, with the last couple of years of cancellations due to COVID and such, it's kind of a big one's brewing, isn't it? Let's be honest, a big one is definitely brewing.
This is true.
Yeah, that's all very, very good, isn't it? Let's crack on. I'm going to sideline here for a little bit and ask Jani. Jani, do you take your mountain board on safari with you?
That would not be a very wise choice, because anything that goes fast in the bush would probably attract a predator's interest. So no, I don't want to get eaten on a mountain board. I do want to board up until I'm 80 years old, but yeah, I don't want to get eaten.
How do you know where's a good spot? Because to me, coming from where I am, the most aggressive thing down here are seagulls. But no. You see, now you've laughed, haven't you?
I find seagulls terrifying. I'm terrified of them also. They're fucking vicious. Sorry.
They've made
I was gonna say,
horror movie
go
out
down
of it.
St Ives
It's
on a
scarier than the
midsummer
lion.
with a pasty in your hand, and you are getting eaten alive. It's worse. They're fucking worse than Jaws the shark.
They check you out. They
Fuck
see
those
you, they
seagulls, man.
interrogate you, and they're going for the kill.
You gotta send us some selfie footage of those bad boys attacking you.
Oh,
Bad behavior. But no, so I don't board out on safari. So pretty much my lifestyle. So I did launch guiding for 15 years. So pretty much my lifestyle is I work for 6 weeks in the bush, and then I get a break for 2 weeks. And in those 2 weeks, I pretty much need to do whatever I don't get to do in the 6 weeks of being out in the bush. And that's where I just try and push in as much. Well, where I always used to. Like, obviously circumstances changed a little bit. But yeah, that's why I tried to push it in. I did 1 or 2 times where there were 2 dirt roads. Obviously, there's not a lot of hills in the savannah where I was based. But I was craving mountain boarding so much that we took my car and we tied a rope to the back, and they literally just pulled me with my car, and I did a little bit of mountain boarding, wakeboarding. But that was pretty cool because I think I was the only one to have ever done it in the wild, I suppose. Yeah, but yeah, so only boarding out when I'm out here in the Mpumalanga area, and then down in the Western Cape after COVID, obviously with tourism. I moved back down for 2 years, took a bit of a break from guiding. Obviously, there were not a lot of work, and I was fortunate to take quite a long break. And I found some pretty epic riding spots. Who's that ghost there, Skolly, in the back? Yeah, but found some pretty cool riding spots down in the Western Cape. It wasn't fun riding it on my own, but we're trying to put something together for in the next 2 years, I suppose, like the first South African mountain boarding episode of riding South Africa, because there's some pretty cool mountains and mountain biking tracks and stuff down which I've explored and obviously recce'd. Yeah, so hopefully you guys will see a movie from the Crazy Sappers down here in about 2 years' time. Yeah, first episode of 136.
The community
so,
can
so
never
it was
get
a cool journey. Yeah.
The community can never get enough content. Let me tell you that much. The thirst is in.
I absolutely agree. Yeah, definitely.
Oh man, I watched a little bit of Dibs clips today, man. He made a very nice video.
He has, hasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right. Don't
Yeah,
blow his trumpet too much.
the section's all right. That little one that looks a bit Mexican. So like,
yeah, they could have cut out that second rider. Like,
yeah. No, the boys done good. He had a very good roll call for that video. It was nice to see some of the riders that he gave it little extended parts to, such get the recognition that I think that they need, really, or that they earned and were.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm stoked for it.
Yeah. That tracking footage where it's like doing the follow cam, it's top notch, man. That's good shit.
I'm hopeful to do. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to do a few more edits next year myself, really. But I'd like. Well, I'm not going to get into that now. I was about to go into. Oh yeah, I'd like to do this. I'd like to do that. We'll save that for when it actually happens. I'll be writing checks my mouth can't keep.
You've never done that before, have you?
Hey, I always write the checks. Unfortunately, sometimes they bounce.
It's like that long drop at UK, the champs.
Exactly like that one.
So Dan, I think after at least one movie of 136 of potential of riding in South Africa, obviously there'll be a little bit of brainstorming and work, but in a few years' time, I really think that mountain boarding internationals should be hosted in South Africa, but we'll have to look for. Well, there'll be some epic spots too.
Well, it's cheap as chips, yeah. So
yeah, it will be the raddest time of lives, and there's definitely incredible potential here. We just need to get out there and find it. Well, we've got a few spots already.
With the lions.
Yeah, I mean,
no. Courtney, I want to live till an old age. Please, like you still believe that leopards don't exist. Like, yeah, so you don't understand the dangers out there.
To be fair, Jani, if you were to have an event out there, and you were to
Yeah,
for like either the week after you come back from guiding or the week before
mountain boarding.
then potentially people who came over to go mountain boarding for a big championship or whatever that may be could then extend their
Yeah,
by
Go on
another week or
safari.
two and go on
Yeah.
safari with you, right?
Absolutely.
So
You guys
Dan,
aren't just coming here for a weekend. You're going for the
South African
whole
experience.
jaw.
Yeah. So Dan, what we can organize it, I'd actually maybe suggest that you do it beforehand, before the dirty days, and you do like a 3-day like safari experience, and like I can arrange all of that, but I mean one can speak about that on another time from outside of the dirt. But anyways, yeah, I definitely suggest you guys like extend, obviously, if international should be hosted in South Africa, you extend it obviously for most of the riders and stuff, and you do a specific group thing for the riders and the international riders that come. I take you on safari. I will be your host as a guide. And one could organize everything else. And then obviously after that, you have the internationals in South Africa. How about that?
That sounds
Sold it to me.
dream, isn't it? What an absolute dream that would be.
Yeah.
I think, Matt, if you're listening, that is South Africa's bid there for the World Championships. We don't need to do it in writing because they've just done it. They've just done it live. We're all stopping. We're all stopping at your the overflow. Skolly, Courtney, yours. And
Yeah, that was sick, man. Now I thought my Quisto is saying that he's going to go scope out now, maybe host 3 events a year. I think that's something to look forward to, you know. Whether it's in Johannesburg, Cape Town, also just to, keep the sports up and going. And I mean, dirty days as well, you know. So I mean, it could even change from there, you know. So it could even be hosted in Cape Town, you know. So it's not like that far away from you guys to get flown in, and I think probably cheaper flights and things like that as well. And yeah, it is cheap as chips here.
So 2024.
You guys will have an absolute jaw.
All right,
Yeah,
all the bids
no, you
are in.
got- I'll
Close the
have
bidding now.
You'll have the best time ever.
I reckon.
Getting dirty.
You got to watch out for Pondo fever because when that shit hits, you never leave it.
Watch out, Pondo fever.
Pondo fever. It's a real thing.
Oh, you had that as a kid, didn't you, Sloggett?
I did.
When
He
you
never recovered.
Dirty Lake down the bottom, pond fever.
Does it do anything to your genitals?
Shrinks your genitals. That's right.
Oh yeah, I've had that a couple of times. Pondo fever.
Pondo fever. Well, I can't remember an episode. I can't remember an episode of recording this that I have lost my train of thought so much. No, even the BFC boys were easier to round up.
TIA, this is Africa, brother.
I know what we
my
can do.
God.
I've got 2 questions. I've got 2 questions coming from the community. I need to quickly go onto my Instagram to check because one of them is quite specific. And that actually comes in, we've spoke about him a little bit already earlier on. And that is Phil from Hero. And he has asked, he says, I thought it was there.
Chop, Dan.
Maybe it was. Okay, we go with Steve
Oh,
Birkbeck while I'm looking for this. And he has asked, in the Northern Hemisphere, the water goes down the drain in a clockwise motion. And in the Southern Hemisphere, where you guys are, right? Southern Hemisphere, the water goes the other way around the drain. Now, his question is, does the same apply for front side and back side on a board? Or is goofy and regular?
Well, for me, this is true. This is true because a front side 3 is a lot easier for me than a back side.
Depends whether you're goofy or regular.
So goofy and regular changes, yeah.
That changed the whole concept.
You'll upset him now. You'll upset him there because he is proudly goofy.
I'm just getting super excited.
Johnny's also goofy.
And yeah,
I got nervous there because I didn't know how to answer.
It just depends on which way you want to flush the toilet. Is the handle going down?
Up or down?
We don't have toilets here in Africa.
You
have long drops.
Drop.
and some toilet.
Only
Go
long
straight down,
drops, Johnny.
one direction.
North
One
down, he's got
direction.
a compost bin.
Right.
Yeah, the compost bin.
I lied when I said that the other question was coming in from Phil at Hero. It's his pro rider, David Yontzer, who has sent in a question. And he has asked, what are the best places to ride and jump in RPA near to Kapstad? So I'm assuming
Kapstad,
even
Cape
my
Town.
pronunciation could be well off on that, let's be honest.
It's
But I'm wondering
not
if
bad.
he's asked-
It's not bad. You almost hit the Afrikaans version there.
Yeah, that's
It's Cape Town, but you can say Kapstad.
Kapstad. You can Kapstad or Slapstad. Yeah.
If I
So
say
I would
after it,
suggest-
I'll get Kapstad, yeah.
Yeah, so I've been riding in Cape Town for quite a while, and there's a few rad spots. If you can go down to the mountain bike parks there. If you can go down to the mountain bike parks there, there's some rad stuff to ride, man. There's some really cool stuff.
Well,
And then even down, like further down into the Western Cape. So from Cape Town, you will travel. They refer to it as the Southern Cape, but it's also referred to as the Garden Route or the Garden Route. And then if you go into towns, that's where I'm pretty much based from. So I was down there scouting a little bit for the past 2 years, but I just didn't have any buddies to ride with, so it wasn't as much fun. But I've checked some pretty cool spots. So in George, he can DM me and I can give him like exact like spots for George and other areas to go ride in the Garden Route, which is also mountain biking tracks, but it's pretty well ridden, so pretty good for mountain boarding also. So there's 2 spots, and like that's pretty much the areas we're planning on targeting for this whole 136 like road trip mountain boarding video that we want to do in the next year or 2. It would actually be showcasing the specific areas that you can ride in South Africa, like down in the Western Cape, going down towards Cape Town. So all of those areas, there's beautiful mountains, there's amazing mountain ranges. So if he wants to know more, I can give him some like details on a DM at African Artemis. And then from there, I can also give him some suggestions for some specific like planned routes if he wants to.
Nice.
David,
just get in touch. Get in touch.
Just get in touch and chat. Say, share knowledge, like share info.
I mean, that's quite a specific question to ask.
Yeah, it sounds
if
like
you
he's going on
weren't
holiday
planning on going there, isn't it? And I didn't.
Maybe.
I think I think I know a little something about that, Dan.
We're digging here. We're digging.
Yeah. So Toyota's doing another ad, and they normally film down in Cape Town. And last year they did a video with the Toyota Fortuner, and they asked me to come down and ride for them, and did a bit of like filming with those oaks. And then this year they got hold of me again and asked who's the riders in the area that we can get hold of and stuff like that, and because they can't feature the same rider, so I gave them a few contacts of the local riders and stuff, and then I also suggested a good old David, because the boy's been putting a lot of hard work in, and I think he deserves it, man, like absolutely. And he can do some pretty cool shit, so maybe hopefully like backflips the Toyota, or who knows, like be rad.
He will come, he will smash it. He is an absolute fucking incredibly nice guy, and just sends. He is so good.
I can't wait, man. I'm actually going to be down in Cape Town that time of when he's there, so hopefully I get to meet him and we get to go riding together. So David, if you're listening, give me a session, buddy.
There. So that's it for the community questions, but you did remind me something on there. I'm going to ask, what is the significance of 136?
You dickhead.
Ah, slog it. Rewind. Slog it. You said you were just about to say something then, weren't you?
Yeah, is it time to do my 10 set yet? Because it's only 10.
Yes, it's 10. Would you like a 10 set?
No. Should we just ask one of the questions on the 10 set?
Go on then.
What's the significance of the number 136?
I'm going to leave that one to Skolly.
Skolly can explain that whole story for you. He's been so quiet the whole evening.
Nice question.
Neville, tell us a story about 136 there.
What are you talking to me?
Yes, never.
Neville, please tell Daddy the story of where 136 have come from.
Daddy isn't coming on anything.
Hey man, Daddy can answer this question.
No.
It's from a pool ball. Came from a pool then. Quisto was a lighty ex, eh? Quisto, you can tell the story.
Quisto's got to tell the story, yeah, guys.
Yeah.
Ask him.
Okay, well, like when we were lighties, we were playing pool, and we stole the balls 136, which were Rasta colors, and we each kept them like as a friendship thing, and started mountainboarding, and it kind of just stuck, this 136, and it became a brotherhood, and since then now like we're all riding under that family, I guess.
The 136 family.
That is a fucking brilliant story.
In my head, all I've got is you three lads sat wrecked at the bottom of fast runs in bushes, with each with a lucky ball, like the scene in Cool Runnings with the lucky egg.
Yeah, the pool ball in one hand and a quartz beer in the other.
Come on, Slugs, give us the other 9 of your 10 set then.
Right. Just answer it one at a time. Ready, steady, reg or goof?
Me,
Regular.
Oh no, I'm not regular, I'm goofy.
Which Steve in the southern hemisphere is left foot forward.
Yes, yeah. So our regular's goofy. Goofy's regular.
Sorry, I'm so used to reading. I'm goofy.
Obviously.
Yes.
And I'm regular.
Cool.
especially in the bowel movements.
Yeah.
In the northern hemisphere, I'm goofy. In the southern hemisphere, I'm regular.
I'm regular on the long jump. I just sit one way.
So you're regular on the long.
Yes.
Cool. Did you say you were regular on a longboard and goofy on a mountain board?
On the
No,
long
no,
jump.
I'm just on a long jump.
Yeah, I'm regular on the long jump.
I said I'm not regular on the long jump.
Never
Sit
go
down
goofy
straight.
on a long drop.
Oh man. This event to happen over South Africa. I'm gonna come back with such wrinkles from laughter.
Right.
Good for you. It stimulates the facial muscles. Okay, next question.
We sure? We ready? Dan, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
Favorite free ride spot? Not that we'll know
Matumi.
it, but
Yeah, Matumi Forest.
is that in any of the videos that we've seen?
Yeah, so like that first like African Artemis dirt board, like with just my foot and like really bending it down. That's Matumi, and that's pretty much where I started learning how to mountain board, was going downhill. So my most favorite and special spot will always be Matumi. Yes.
Good
Yeah,
answer.
I gotta say the same, man. Like,
Yeah.
to me, is epic. Like,
It's like a 5 kilometer
5K
downhill in the
downhill.
forest. It's the most epic spot for international downhill free ride championship, like best spot ever.
yeah, it's
It's
right.
incredible because you end up at a forest or like at a river at the bottom, and it's just after like 5 kilometers of insane adrenaline and like riding and crazy, you get this most amazing peaceful spot, and it's this beautiful river, and it's just calm, and you can it's incredible. The best spots, magical spots to go and ride for speed and for
5K,
beauty
Dan.
and nature. Hey.
It's on all
5K.
on the Dirty Days
5.
videos. All the Dirty Days videos. I think there's all of them have Matumi on it, eh?
It's
Yeah.
got some lovely red coloured dirt, hasn't it? There.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful clay.
That's where the dirty
Yeah, it looks-
bums
it
come
looks
from,
really
like the song
attractive
Dirty
as well.
Bums. Yeah. Yeah. It's good, but it's good for power sliding. It's amazing. It's scenery. There's red duiker. It's this tiny little dwarf antelope that you find, and I've seen the second one ever in my 15 years of gardening experience. It was like so you even see wildlife along the way. Skolly included.
That's definitely part of
What's
that.
up?
Wildlife.
Oh, yeah. The Yeti comes out to play there as well. Just like that.
But
Don't go
yeah,
riding on your
to
own.
me, most definitely. Courtney, Skolly, what's your most favorite spots?
I say, man, Matumi for me. I don't know about schools.
Well, the Matumi, Heinetzberg, KwaZulu-Natal, goes to Maritzburg.
Heinetzberg.
Yeah, there's plenty. There's actually quite a lot of different free ride places, you know. I'd say what makes Matumi nice is the fact that you get to the bottom and you get to the river, and it's 5Ks downhill, which makes it awesome because you don't need to push, you don't need to do anything, you know. It's just constant downhill, which makes it awesome. But you know, also that same aspect, what makes KwaZulu-Natal nice is like you get these old quarries that you can dig out, you know, and you can mash into drops and things like that. And it's the same with Heinetzberg, which is a little bit more in Limpopo side. So that's also awesome.
No,
Awesome free ride.
Heinetzberg is beautiful.
Yeah.
So there's loads of opportunity. Like you and Quisto have obviously ridden and traveled like much more than what we and Courtney have. So we pretty much only know Matumi, Grasnell, and then like the forest areas. Of course, but you've also gone down to Cape Town and stuff like that. So, I mean, so you guys have locally
that
ridden
was
more
pretty cool,
than what I
where
have.
was
So,
that?
but Matumi is definitely like the speed, the curves, like everything, like I just love Matumi, like it. And then also even just like the forest, like where I used to go and ride with Skolly and Quisto ahead of time, like in the banana plantations and stuff. There were some other rides that I've done, but I don't know the names of it. But I mean that was incredible for me, because it's just downhill, it's speed, it's the curves, it's the start of the road, it's just amazing.
Definitely be hitting that up. That's right up my street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5K ending with a river at the bottom just to launch straight into, and boom, done. And,
Yeah,
and
like, I mean, you have
probably drying off your pads by the time you get out.
yeah, well, you can go shout, like quickly take
You
a
shit
dive
yourself,
down into
though.
the river. Yeah,
Well,
you might need a bath.
We get Pondo fever.
One section where you might come away and you might end up with a couple of skid marks, you know.
Exactly.
Standard procedure.
That's why you need the river.
That's why the river's at the bottom.
Okay, I like the butterflies more than skid marks. Next question.
Right. So, like, we get you like downhill most. You like that's your favorite, but do you do any freestyle at all?
So I've been up, obviously because of my work that I have, like traveling and getting up for riding as much as I want to, and then also training to get my skills up. Like over the past few years, it's been really difficult. So mainly more my love and my passion is free riding and downhill and speed. As soon as I get on my board, I just want to get going. I'm like a little Jack Russell on a board. But I do really want to work on my skills, but I think it's going to take some training. It's something that I really want to advance in is freestyling. I mean, at the time that I was riding actively, that was back in 2016 or so, my freestyling skills just started developing, and I could feel and see the potential that I have. But it will take a little bit of work and dedication now. But I think maybe in the next 9 months, expect to see a little bit of air from me, at least, like on the dirt, and I'll share, but expect some air. I don't know what the air will look like, but expect some air.
Record it, because even if the air don't come wrong and it goes wrong, it'll be just as good fun to watch.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to it. It's new challenges. It's like new things to try. So yeah, like you always gotta like, yeah, take a risk and go for it. But it's I'm keen. I want to go a little bit more freestyle. I like the speed, I like the downhill. I think that will always be my favorite, but I do want to branch out like in my skills and things, and I've got a little bit more time now with changes in my career and things. I think I have a little bit more time for boarding, and I'm back based here, as where 2 years I was out and I was down in the Western Cape away from the community. So I think it took a little bit of a backlash, like on my skills, like muscle memory and things where I could have advanced in. But like I love mountain boarding, and I think I want to do it up until I'm 80 years old one day. Nice. I don't care, like I'll be this granny on a board. Maybe with a crutch or two, but so like I think I'm like ready to take it to the next step and like go bigger and things. It just really depends on my career and like my first career and big hand on how long it will take me, but determination and discipline will definitely get me to the next level. But maybe in the next 2 to 3 years, expect I don't know, the unexpected. I can't make any promises because I'm
Too
in the
late, you
bush
already
and then
have.
I'm out and then I disappear. But yeah, like I want to give it a go, and yeah, it's see where my board takes me in adventures and dirty days in the community of 136. It's, I mean, since I've joined the 136 community, it was always just so welcoming and always so supportive. It's really it's just been amazing, and it's become like a massive family. And it's, yeah, you grow together and we all support each other so much that yeah, we'll see. Anyways, yeah, back into you. I can't stop talking about mountainboarding.
I just put a reminder on my phone there for 2 years' time to come back to you there, Jani, to remind you that you're overdue an upload of you freestyling for the community. So if you don't get it before 2 years' time, you'll be getting that reminder.
Yeah, you can start like ticking me, Jani, you said this. You said this. Remember that night.
I gotta say,
good.
Quisto, there, you've got some stees in the air, mate. Fair play to you.
Thank you.
You're all having. We've seen Courtney throwing some shapes recently in your.
Courtney's sick. Hey, she's a sick sister. No, she does like some rad riding.
And then I suck. What the fuck?
No, you don't.
Well, you've landed in Indy so far, so that's.
I didn't even know I was doing it.
You're getting better.
See, you're so good. You don't
like,
even
oh, you
notice
landed
how good you are at
like,
riding.
I just enjoy doing it.
That's so rad.
Well, next question.
Yeah, but yeah, of course,
I forgot what we were doing, man. Right. Who's your favourite rider to ride with?
Well,
Tough one.
You're
That's
gonna have
for
to pick
you
each other
first.
now, aren't you?
Me first.
You should be
I've
the
got
first
one.
one. You
I've got
Yes,
one.
man. Well, I hate to say it, like how much it burns in my soul to say this. It's Skolly. I love riding with that guy, man.
Oh, got one.
It's funny.
we can see him blushing from here.
No, that's just us speculation. They call me the red man.
The red boy, the night boy.
Yeah, who's your favourite
For
rider?
me,
I obviously also like riding with Jani a lot. But I also like Angelina Dimitrova. Yeah, we actually hold hands down the finish line through dirty days, and that was pretty cool moment. And she's also goofy, so we're facing each other, you know. But I love riding with Jani. It's also super fun. It's always like a, you know, I don't know, the goofy riders are cool, hey? To look at each other. But it's also the boys when I can keep up to them.
but I still go regular.
Oh, yeah. You know the long.
I don't know, for me, I think I can't, to me it's like Quisto and Skolly, because like that's where my original training and riding started from. It was like going out with these two maniacs and just following wherever they went. And it was literally like I learned my skills from watching what they did. Like, yes, I bailed hard, but it was fun. Like, I'll just get angry at myself and get back on the board. But yeah, just watching them and like watching their skills and trying to improve your skills from that was good. And then with courts is always fun. I didn't, yeah.
And
like,
Greg is also
like
good
the whole
rider.
group of us. Like, it's fun riding. Like,
It's
more of
fun.
us
It's fun when you're all in a
together.
group
It's like,
because
yeah.
then you never know what
It's-
fucking's gonna go
yeah.
down.
That's the thing. I think it's best like with all four of us like riding together. because it's just the vibes and the energy and like what we bring together. It's the banter between us. So the if it's
probably
like
the most fun.
one or two, like it gets a bit boring and serious. But like if it's the four of us, it's so much laughing, and the energy is just amazing. You don't stop
No, I don't
laughing.
give
I
a
think
shit.
like
I'm
you get
just
more
excited.
exercise and abs from laughing than riding.
You can
Not
certainly
managed
see
to
that.
convey that at all in this. Like, if I would never have got that at all. Sloggy, get him in the next one, quick.
Right. Who's your favourite international rider to watch on the socials?
Oh man, like I've got to give it up to David, dude. David is throwing down some awesome stuff at the moment, and like that road gap that he did with the board launch, that made me want to go ride big shit.
Oh yeah, that was hefty.
Guys,
That was-
And who was that chick? Who was that chick you guys had on the show the other day? She's also good, eh?
What, Margot or Lisa?
Yes, Margot.
That didn't work.
Margot.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's
She's
so
also
much.
doing some crazy stuff.
In fact, all of the girls that I've met and ridden with within the community are a lot of fun. They're all and they're all, well, they're all very friendly with each other. There's obviously an element of competitiveness at times when they're, you know, in as there is with the boys. But yeah, they're all very tight knit. All the
so
girls.
cool. Yeah. So cool.
Who
I
else?
think Dylan Warren is a good rider internationally.
He's a hell of a good.
I like Jeremy Leaf.
Yeah, what a red Jeremy.
Fuck yeah.
I like Jeremy Leaf because I know at least, you know. I've still got to meet the rest.
Yeah, no, you can talk the flange with the rest of them. Sure.
It's fun, doctor.
Well, Jeremy, you are very much on the list of guests I'd love to have in here. So if you are listening, be expectant of the messages very soon.
By messages, he means harassment.
Yeah.
Harassment until he breaks you down and then you agree to come on.
Next question then, Slog.
All right.
How many are you up to? What are you up to?
Fuck knows. I've got no idea what the fuck's going on tonight.
What happened, guys? I thought you were just drinking coffee.
I've got neat vodka in here. I've got neat vodka.
Oh, just like the Polish. I like it.
That's it.
I think we're done, man.
I was about to go into a random English drink that none of you would have heard of then, but
What's
the
that?
joke-
Try us.
Would you have had Stone's ginger wine?
Stones, no.
Sure.
Who
Stones
drinks
ginger
that in this country?
That sounds like it comes from Cape Town.
I don't-
Yeah, like Sloppy,
I
you
don't
know
drink
what it is.
much. I don't drink that much, but on my birthday, I like a sweet sherry, and at Christmas, I like a Stone's ginger wine.
This is no way.
No,
Well, you're allowed to indulge.
I come out with some shit.
everyone's allowed to
For all you
celebrate.
listeners, I really do come out with some shit, don't
You worry me, Dan.
I? Well, listen, look, we've cracked on a load in time here, and I've no idea if we've missed parts of relevant parts of your timelines or not, or what, or if there was any particular things that you guys feel that we should have talked about, because let's be honest, we're not exactly great at this. Like we host, but we don't always get all the right stories out. So if there is
But
anything,
you guys are brilliant hosts.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
the best hosts.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, yeah.
We've got you guys set up at our bar. It's kind of like we're just talking across the bar, having a dop with you.
Yeah.
Hey guys, go check out our band.
Oh yeah, we already mentioned that. I was going to mention that.
Yeah. He's angry because I mentioned it. Go check it out.
No,
Yes.
they're really tough.
so that's definitely right. Okay,
Cup
there
means
is
great,
somewhat
by
of
the
a
way.
platform here, isn't there? So we've talked about Jani's safari bits there, and how we can go on safari with her. We know Quisto's got a guest house and hostel there that
Yes.
we can all go and
Yeah.
stay at, that has cheap beer, which I can see them all.
Amazing cheap beer.
Do they do Stone's ginger beer though for
Yeah.
Dan?
Sounds
Life-changing
Not-
barbecues.
I'll throw ginger beer and white wine for you, Dan, any day.
a nice Chardonnay. But so we've covered that. What is the name of your backpackers and hostel there, Quisto?
It's Hazy View Adventure Backpackers.
Okay. Now, Courtney, name of your band.
We called the uninvited guests.
The Uninvited Guests. And
Yeah.
where do you hear your music?
Just here in Kraskop, but I play drums and then Skolly's the guitarist and he sings as well. It's like psychobilly music, but we play wherever anyone will take us, like Dirty Days. I don't know about the rest of the places, but that's why the name, eh? The uninvited guests.
You guys are an international band now. You played Mozambique.
The border.
Yeah, the border.
Yeah, we played on the side of the border, outside, just on the side. in between.
Even if it was on the side of the road.
Yeah,
You can write on your album covers now as featured on the dirt as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the mark.
That's why I had to mention it. So at least I can put it on the back album cover, you know.
We'll stick a link up as well for the band.
Yeah, so after this, please, guys, send me. I want to see a link for Hazy View Backpackers and Hostel. I want to see links for the safari. I want to see links for the band. I feel like, Skolly, that we've left you out of here. What you sing and play in the band? Is there
And I'm a
something we
professional
can
housewife.
promote for you?
Sorry?
Is there anything we can promote for you?
Yeah, just tell them I'm a professional housewife. I'm here for housekeeping.
Yes, I was hoping for a good one.
He does a
All the
good
boys
job.
are always
You know?
welcome here.
He's good at screwing light bulbs.
Yeah.
It's good at screwing light bulbs.
Yeah.
Only
Never
one
call
way though.
yourself one.
You can
No,
only
no,
do
that's
them.
the other way, Dan.
Oh, we go that way again. This other
I do it the goofy way. The Northern Hemisphere way.
Hey, Skolly, we've got a light bulb that needs to be changed. No, serious. That's why the lights are bad.
I'm
It's in this room.
Yeah. The light bulb that needs some screen.
Yeah, how soon can you be here?
Housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
Yeah, housekeeping. I'm here to screw all your light bulbs.
Need to screw something? Skolly.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Links will be in the comments to Skolly's light bulb screwing company. The internet.
Beautiful. And domestic signatures.
Oh, so.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, look, we're coming up for
Phillips only because half a screw is too much.
we're coming up for a right old time here. It's getting towards my bedtime. I need to get on. thank
What,
you.
you like an hour before us?
Sorry?
You're like an hour before us,
I
man.
know. It's a school night.
I've got to go back to
It's
work.
second Sunday.
Um,
Monday, Sunday.
I just want
Take
to
your
say,
time.
Dan,
That's my life or
Time.
business.
I just want to say, Dan, you have been the ringmaster of this circus, and I feel you've dealt with it pretty well.
oh,
Kept control of everything. It's all been.
Gracias, gracias.
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for the butt.
The buck?
Yeah, that's why.
Oh, you've done really well here,
The butt
Dan,
stops at you.
but you're still an absolute fucking donkey shit eater.
Future contents will come. After this, that future content will come. The
Uh,
butt.
Yeah,
What's the
well,
butt for?
we are.
Well, who's butting?
As of this episode now, we've got a World Championships bid has gone in to the IMA.
Yeah, and we've closed the bidding as well, so there's only one bid in.
Yeah, the bidding has now officially closed as well. We've got 3 events happening in South Africa over the next couple of years. There,
I've got a new film,
new
a road trip.
way. We're going to see a melon grab from Courtney next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's not. She's still possibly not going to know that she's done it.
Most likely.
And we're going to see some air of some description.
in the next 2 years.
My signature trick would be catching air, and you would probably see me hanging in a tree after that because I'll be in the air. And
So
bunny
far,
bashing. It would be the bunny bashing trick. Jumping, catching a shitload of air, and then just getting hung in a tree.
Evading the line.
Yeah.
It's
You
like-
guys need to
Just
give
breaking all
Skolly some
the rules, being
incentive. They
illegal.
can't just keep screwing all these light bulbs and not doing any mountain board tricks.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a tree decoration. That's gonna be my trick. Catching air as much as possible, and then hang.
I'll be doing indies all
My
right.
trick will be called hang. Yeah.
look
So
forward.
there'll be some trick, something in the air happening.
I look forward to seeing all of it. I really do. And yeah, Matt, get in touch with Matt. Get that bid in for the champs. Let get something locked in. If we can deal with the infrastructure, I'm sure he'd be more than happy.
How long's the flight to South Africa, just out of interest?
Say again.
How long's the
How
flight
much is the flight?
from the UK to...
Oh,
An
So
hour.
for you guys from the UK to South Africa, direct flight is 11 hours. That's like a straight flight that you can take from London to Johannesburg. 11 hours. And then I think there's some other stops over, but it's actually quite a quick and easy flight across from the UK, from the States. Like obviously, if you have guys there, there's a direct flight. I think it might be from the southwest, one of the capital cities there, which is a 15-hour straight through from America to South Africa. Otherwise, depending where you are in the States, you might have to do like a longer flight. Some of those flights can take up to 36 hours, but then you go via Qatar or Dubai. So you would do from the States, you fly towards Dubai or Saudi Arabia, and then from there you have a 7-hour flight through to South Africa. From Australia, it's about a 22-hour flight. From South America, it's about an 8-hour flight. Anything else you'd like to know? Japan, Antarctica.
I think that was quite
Yeah, so I
comprehensive.
mean, for you guys, Say again?
I think that was quite comprehensive.
Yeah. Sorry, I collaborate. Yeah, elaborated a bit there.
So
Yeah.
I'll test Dan on it later. He would have forgotten by now.
Yeah.
Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tie it up there, and thank you so much, all of you, for your time and coming in here.
Thank you.
Please,
Thank you
Yeah,
very
thank
much,
you
guys.
for inviting us. Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
yeah, please continue to share with the community your stuff on the socials. Certainly tag us in it, and we'll do our best to try and push it out to anybody that may not be directly with their eyes on the 136. Let's spread your word as such. But yeah, thank you, and I hope to see you all again soon. We'll have to. I've had so much fun that I'm definitely wanting to come back and do more episodes. Even just for the giggles, it's incredible. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Cool.
much.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you guys,
Thanks for
man.
bringing
You guys
us.
are legends.
See you
Thanks for doing
later.
the dirt, man.
Yeah.
Bye.
Short.
Thanks, Skolly,
Bye,
for showing
guys.
up.
Easy, eh?
That's how you deal with feral animals on the roads, brother. African animals ain't scared of no shit.
Way aye, man. That was dead canny as out, that like. Cheers for tuning out to listen. Now, before you gan yem, don't forget, if you want to keep getting doing with the Dorty Dort fun, like and subscribe. Get amongst it. Shy Ben's getting out.